Hello, and welcome to Principles of Macroeconomics. Today we'll be talking about the economic concepts of scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost. Now, when you think about the study of economics, what we're really interested in understanding is how do people and firms make decisions, and how do people and firms allocate their scarce resources? What is a scarce resource? Well, a scarce resource for a person might be the time or the money that they have. For a firm, it'll be their inputs of production, the land, labor, and capital that they use to produce various goods and services. Now, because we don't have an infinite amount of resources available to us, we need to make decisions, and therefore we face trade-offs in how we allocate those scarce resources. Of course, if I think of myself, and if I had an infinite amount of time and an infinite amount of money, I would be doing lots of great and interesting things. I would be going on lots of vacations and traveling all around the world if I could. But of course, I am limited in the amount of money that I have and the amount of time that I have to be able to do what I want. Same thing for firms. Firms are limited in the amount of goods and services that they can produce based on the amount of resources that they have. So because our decisions that we make are constrained by the number of resources that we have, we face trade-offs in those decisions. In other words, if we make one decision, we are giving up something that we would otherwise be doing if we didn't make that choice. Now, this idea of giving something up to get what we want is the idea of the opportunity cost. So when you make a decision, what did you give up once you made that choice? That idea is the opportunity cost. So let's think about it this way. You have chosen to watch this video here with me today. What would you otherwise be doing if you weren't watching this video? Maybe you'd be cleaning your house. Maybe you'd be folding some laundry. Maybe you're doing that already while watching this video. Very productive. Or maybe you'd be studying for something else or going to work. All of the things that you have given up to be here with me today watching this video are the opportunity costs that you face when you have chosen to watch this video here with me. One more example. An alarm clock. Have you ever hit the snooze button? I've hit the snooze button before. So let's think about what happens if you hit that snooze button. You set your alarm, let's say, to 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay? 6 o'clock in the morning, you want to get up, you want to eat some breakfast, you're planning on going to the gym, maybe you're going to do a little bit of homework before class, beat the traffic before you get to school or get to work or wherever you're going. 6 o'clock rolls around and you hear the beeps. Well, not really ready to get up yet, still a little tired. You hit the snooze button once. What did you give up when you hit that snooze button? The opportunity cost of hitting that snooze button may be that you're going to feel a little bit rushed in the morning. Okay? 10 minutes goes by, the buzzer goes off again, your alarm goes off, and you hit the snooze button again. Now, what's the opportunity cost there? Well, you're going to feel a little bit rushed in the morning. Maybe you're going to have to skip breakfast now. Feeling rested is going to be worth hitting that snooze button again. Now, what about the third time you hit it, or the fourth time? Now you're missing going to the gym, you're feeling rushed, maybe you skip breakfast, and maybe you're running late for work or for school. So as you can see, when we're thinking about the opportunity cost of hitting the snooze button, it's going to depend on how many times you hit the snooze button and what you're giving up each time you decide to sleep in a little bit longer. The first time, it's just feeling a little rushed. By the fourth time, you're already now missing going to the gym, feeling rushed, skipping breakfast, and maybe getting stuck in traffic. So the cost of that choice becomes larger and larger. So when we're making the decisions that we make and we're facing the trade-offs that we face, we weigh the opportunity costs of each decision. And for each person, they tend to choose the decision which has the lowest opportunity cost. So you're giving up the least amount to make that choice. Now, of course, it's important to note that those opportunity costs are subjective. So what's costly for me may not be quite as costly for you. So the decisions that we make and the opportunity costs that they face may differ. Now, not only are the opportunity costs subjective, but also they're going to depend on circumstances. Now, let's go back to that alarm clock example. What if it was Saturday morning instead? You're not rushing off to work. You don't really have anything scheduled for the rest of the day. You don't really need to get up at 6 a.m. You can put off going to the gym an hour or two. The costs associated with hitting the snooze button, well, they're going to be lower than they are if it was a Tuesday morning, for example. So the great thing about opportunity costs is that we face them every day in every decision that we make, either consciously or subconsciously. So just think of a choice that you've made today or yesterday. What did you give up once you made that choice? That is the opportunity cost that you were faced with when making the decision that you have made. Now, through the study of economics, what you're going to notice is that we return to this concept of opportunity costs and trade-offs and decisions when we're studying what economic agents are deciding on doing and how those decisions impact the economic outcomes that we see all around us. Thanks so much for joining me in this module 1.1.